Welcome back to True Geordie Extra. You know, a lot of you, like, you think you know fighting, and to a degree you do, but you don't know it like I know it, you know what I mean? Have you met the heavyweight champion of the world? What, in MMA, boxing, both? What does that make me? I guess an expert. So you just sit down and I'll explain to you what you lot can't see for yourselves. Do you know what I mean? It's like the Matrix. Do you know what I mean? I'm on the other side. I'm seeing all the codes. You lot, you're just seeing the hot girl in the red dress. So just sit back, shut up and watch. Okay? We're talking UFC from last weekend. Quite a few things we got to get to. First of all, Michael Chandler turned Tony Ferguson into like a melted waxwork face. It was awful, but also amazing. Now, all MMA fighters are nuts, but these two are really high on the scale of just like a bit weird, aren't they? Like Michael Chandler, I like him a lot, but he doesn't really think the way other people do. And then Tony Ferguson, times that by 10, that's Tony Ferguson. The guy's wild. Some of the shit he was saying before this fight.
I had to put all that beside me and be able to get back to my roots, which was having fun, smiling, and being able to enjoy this kind of stuff again. I'm
just back to having fun and talking to you lot. And then one of the jolly journalists who's like,
is it a little more exciting to fight the guy with Dana White privilege, right? I mean,
I don't think that shit's very funny.
I don't think that shit's funny, bro. Imagine being around him. Like, at any point, this guy can snap. And if we're being honest, I worry about the damage that's been done to this guy, because I think that's a sign of CTE, personally.
Bringing the fans some noise, man. I'm going to be real. I'm an entertainer. I go out there and entertain. So I'm a storyteller, too. So when I go out there, I like to tell that story, so that way I can send the message that I got to everybody else in the world.
He's just talking rubbish. I'll be honest, coming into this fight, I thought Tony Ferguson was shot. He's looked so, like, old, stiff, wooden. He's just not the same guy he used to be. But in this first round, he was really using the reach, and his striking, which has been suspect in my opinion in the past, actually, it was working for him here.
Oh, big...
Yeah, Chandler's a classic MMA fighter in that everything striking-wise is all about attacking, and he does leave himself open a lot. And you can see here, for me, the clear thing that was working for Ferguson, keep your range. You've got the reach advantage. You're taller. He's struggling with those long arms. Just don't rush in and keep him at distance. This is not the game he should have been playing. Getting all close and turning it into a war with Chandler. That's Chandler's bread and butter. Chandler's eyes giving him some bother. That jab really was working. And as someone who thought Tony Ferguson was pretty much done, and we've all seen the knockout by now, but there's so much here where I'm like, yes, there's a lot left in the tank, actually, potentially, if he can keep performing like this. I just don't know what his chin's going to be like after what happened.
Ferguson switching up his stances.
Quality fucking takedown by Chandler, though. I've got to give credit. That was a beaut. When you look at how good Chandler's wrestling was here, you'd think he'd use it a bit more instead of just standing and banging all the time. Look at Tony. He's happy as a Larry. Covered in blood. Just probably had his arse kicked on the floor for a couple of minutes there. But he has a loving it. And little does he know what's about to happen.
Was a... honestly,
that's the type of shit where you wonder have they lived through it. Jesus. And in classic fucking McGregor fashion, he starts banging on Twitter about how he also did that to someone. It's like, bro, you went for a front kick and it kind of landed. You ain't stopped no one like that, but you've got to turn everything about you while you sat on the couch. Let Chandler have his fucking moment. Of all the ways of Chandler by knockout, a fucking front kick to the fucking face like that was not what I expected. Like, this guy is unbelievable. He is a fighter's fighter. The thing about UFC right now is it's so hard to get the fights we want. Back in the day, UFC used to be the place where we make boxing look bad because we make all the fights the fans want. Well, that doesn't happen anymore. It just fucking doesn't. But what we now rely on is people like him who will turn up every few months and fight regularly, because the UFC fighters do not fight regularly anymore. It's a fucking mess, to be honest with you. So if there's one fighter we can get behind who we know is going to turn up, throw down, not disappoint, Michael Chandler is it. I do wish it was someone else who it happened to, though, because Ferguson, as much as, you know, he's a bit of a weird one. He's the type of guy who the UFC was built off the back of, but will never get the money and credit he deserves for all of that, like the mileage that he's taken for it and all the pain and suffering his body's gone through. I mean, look at the state of him there. He's all stiff and, I mean, he literally does look dead. Do you know what I mean? And this is what you worry about when you think about people not getting their fucking money's worth in the UFC, like.